Hi, I'm Terry Brock with terrybrock.com. You know, video is powerful and it is changing the way that we communicate on the net. Matter of fact, they're telling us it'll be about 50% of all internet traffic by the end of this year and continuing to grow. Well, I want to share something with you that can help you on that. I just got finished with a program I did via Skype for a group of professional speakers over in London, England, just a couple minutes ago. And I wanted to grab it hot off the griddle and let you see this so you can understand the kinds of things that are being done and that can be done. And I want you to go even beyond that. You're going to hear me talk about some of the technical tools you need, software, etc., as they ask me those questions. And you're going to be able to take some notes on that, write down how you might be able to use this in your work. If you're a speaker yourself, or maybe a coach, if you're a consultant, maybe an author and you want to promote your book, or you're in business, you want to promote your own services. Video is a great way to do it, and I want you to see how it can be done from one person to many people that are in a particular place. I'm in Orlando, they are in London, they're still in their meeting right now, and so they're over there, and you can do those kinds of things very easily now with video that's there. If you've got a question, a way that I can help you, drop me a tweet. I will look forward to hearing from you. My Twitter handle is @TerryBrock. That's as one word, @TerryBrock, and go ahead and put that in there, and I will look forward to hearing from you. So enjoy the video, and I'll look forward to your comments.
Because we're about to go live to Florida to see Terry Brock. Hey, Terry.
Hello there.
You can see he's keeping very quiet. So Terry's been working with you so you don't have to Terry is a great friend of ours. Terry Brock, CSP, CPA, is a great friend of the association, member of NSA, and Terry is an expert on technology. Roger here, Terry.
Well, it is good to meet with you via Skype, and I send you greetings from cloudy Florida.
It's working perfectly here, Terry.
It sounds like it.
It is. It's fantastic. So, Terry, we're going to be working. The thing is, Terry asked if he could see you as well as you could see him. Can you see the audience, Terry?
Yes, I can see the audience. Wave your hands, everyone. Hi. Yes, I can see you. It's live.
Actually, that is working. There's a camera on here pointing at you. So Terry can see you. But he's walking you in the corridor, recording what's going on. Terry, speak to me.
Yes, I can hear you. Come closer to the computer so I can hear you that way. I'm hearing you through the echo of the auditorium.
Now, we're going to be talking about how speakers use video, and just about we're connected by video. So tell us, why do you think speakers should use video, if at all?
Well, video is really the way to do it. It is now a way that opens up a world of possibilities, as you can see right now. I'm here talking to you live. We're able to be there without having to be there. And I think it opens up a world of possibilities, literally, for us as speakers for revenue generation, for promotion, and connecting with people in a lot of ways. Just out of curiosity, I can see many of you. Raise your hand if you're using Skype. Hold your hands up so I can see what you're doing. How many of you are using Skype? Okay, I see most of you are. Skype is doing a lot. I was the chief enterprise blogger for Skype last year, and I got a chance to see the kinds of things that are possible. And now, as the technology gets better, as bandwidth gets better around the world, we're seeing that it's opening up revenue opportunities for us as speakers in some tremendous ways.
Yeah, the last part was very good, Terry. If you could just repeat that for us, if you wouldn't mind.
I think the revenue opportunities are incredible. Making money, which I understand is still okay. It's still legal to do in the UK, right?
It's still legal, Terry. We're right. So tell us how we can make money using video.
Well, there's several different ways. One, I'm going to mention that came out, what was it, 2 days ago. Some of you might have seen this. There's a company called Livestream. They've been streaming events live, which is a good name for them. And now they've got a box that they have invented. It's about the size of one of those external hard drives that you'd see, a small portable one. For $500, you plug your camcorder into that, and then plug an Ethernet cable into it, and you are able to broadcast live from wherever you happen to be to the internet. Then people would be able to see your event. My prediction is that within a few years, people are going to be able to have events like you're having right now regularly broadcast live. And we'll be able to take that and we can then charge for that, or we can do it free as speakers. It's going to open up a world of possibilities, and then you can record it, of course, and have it available on demand. So this opens up a way for people to be with you who couldn't normally be there with you for whatever reason.
And then again, Terry, you said Ystream, I believe. Is that ystream.com?
Livestream, L-I-V-E, and then stream, S-T-R-E-A-M, Livestream. If you go to livestream.com, you'll see that. Ustream, the letter U as in uniform, Ustream is another one that you want to look into, ustream.com, and they illustrate what's going on right now. This is not future. This is what's happening right now, and many of our members are doing that. As an example, Randy Gage is in a mastermind group with me, and he told us about what he was doing. He broadcast his presentation to his church on a Sunday morning, and he just said, hey, just go over to this URL. He gave us the URL. We went there at 11:30, and sure enough, there he was. It looked like it was television with multi-camera shots. We had everything there. We could actually be there with him at his church doing that, and now we're seeing many speakers starting to move this direction and embracing it.
Terry, you probably didn't see a hand go up. There's a handsome young man in the center of the audience called Will Kintish who's got a question for you. So, Will, question?
Yes.
Terry, I believe, did you say that Ystream costs $300 or $500?
They were saying the cost of live stream, Terry. He's obviously got his hearing aid's not switched on at the moment. It's live stream. We were saying there, Will, live stream.
Live stream costs money, but Terry mentioned that Ustream, well, I know that's free. So why would we use, why was the benefit
of live stream? Terry, the question is, what's the benefit of using live stream over Ustream?
Livestream has developed a product that will give you the ability to not even bring your computer, very small, portable, lightweight device that's the $500, and then they have a charge of $45 per month. Ustream will have a charge on some, particularly for the commercial applications, just like Livestream will as well. There will be a slight charge. We're seeing that coming down, but it's going to give us the opportunity for that. Plus, you're going to have stronger bandwidth and support when you do that, so that way more people will be able to hear you.
Okay, Terry, you were talking earlier on, you can't hear me, can you? Terry,
I can hear you.
There's been a YouTube announcement about monetizing YouTube videos. Can you talk to us about that?
Yes, that's another option that's out there. When YouTube gives their stamp of approval, it means that for us as speakers, it opens up a lot of possibilities. YouTube will be able to have you on stream live, and you'll be able to talk to people. You'll be able to give your presentation. So you could do it something like I'm doing right now, where it's just me and my study here, or you could also be in a small group in your own locale. So that way you'll be able to talk about it. We've seen what Frank Furness, and I'm thinking my brother Frank Furness should be there somewhere. I think he's coming on next. Frank, maybe we can twist his arm and he might even be able to tell us a little bit about YouTube and what's happening. We've seen the ability of YouTube right now to create the videos, and that is amazing, but be able to do it live for events is going to open up a further revenue generating option for us as speakers.
Terry, we're hoping to get Frank to mention a product or two. We're going to have to twist his arm a bit during the presentation.
I think you'll have to. Just twist away.
Another thing, Terry, what technology do we need just to produce video as speakers at home, like you're doing now? What do we need?
Well, it's very simple. I'm using just my Macintosh computer right now. I've got a MacBook Pro. And by the way, by a show of hands, how's my picture coming through? Is it coming through okay? And so I'm just using the MacBook Pro. I am using a microphone, which I recommend strongly that you get an external microphone. You can get a little clip-on mic. You can do it. I'm using, well, here, you don't see anything right now, but I'll hold it up here and show you. I'm using the studio mic. Notice how big my microphone is. Woohoo!
Yeah, what a big one, Terry.
And I'm using this one. It's $149 US, which means it's probably 300 pounds. I don't know. But you'll be able to use something like this so you get very good quality and clarity. But if you have those two elements, you're going to be okay. You could also... You could also use a little camcorder like this. This is one that I brought with me when I spoke over in Covington just a few months ago. This is a little handheld camcorder that gives me the ability to go out in the field. This one that I'm using here is the Sanyo Xacti, S-A-N-Y-O, Sanyo, and Xacti is spelled X-A-C-T-I. They have several of these out there, and really good quality. High definition, also gives you still pictures. Oh, and look at this here. I can show you this. What it does, not only does it take video, but it has the flash built in. You can do it that way. It's pretty cool. So you can use, with technology like that, for easily less than the price of a little camcorder, you can get out there and start producing these and then go live. With that live stream box that we're talking about, you don't even need a computer. That one will be available after May the 31st, they said. So by May 31st, $500 US, and then it's $45 a month to be on there, which gives you good access and good quality. We're going to look into that and see what it's like. But it's like as of that announcement 2 days ago, the world has changed.
Terry, great stuff. I think I can get you a job with an organisation called QVC.
QVC, yes.
I'll be mailing details over to you after the event. Another thing I'd like to ask, what other sites other than YouTube are good for placing your videos on?
There's other places where you could use like a Blip TV, Vimeo, V-E-O-M-O, Vimeo, and you can also use several, but YouTube is the one where you want to be, because that is the dominant force from a marketing point of view. Also, by using the unlisted option, you can send a private video to only those key people that you want to see it. A very nice feature within YouTube. And of course, you could also use private. But YouTube gives you the ability to mainly get the video out there so that people can see it. Before, when we'd send it on some others, I've been doing this since, about 2003, sending videos, and I would send out a newsletter. People would get it, they'd enjoy it, etc., but I'd always get a few people that say, Terry, your video's not working, there's something wrong with it. And they felt the problem was me when everyone else was getting it. With YouTube, people say, oh, there must be something wrong with mine, and they work to fix it. You've got a standard that's there with YouTube, and it gives you the ability to reach more people with a common denominator.
Terry, I've got one more question, then we'll ask for a couple of questions from the audience. Do you need any editing software when you're using video, or can you just use it straight?
You can use it straight, but it's best to get editing, at least to cut off like the beginning and the end, doing some trimming. You can get video editing software, though. It comes with Windows when you have a Windows Media Player, or excuse me, a Windows Movie Maker. Windows Movie Maker comes with it. On the Apple side, if you have a real computer, a Mac, then you can use the iMovie that's there, and it works really well. How many Mac phones do I have out there? How many of my Mac people? There we go. That's good. Well, it's like I said, once you go Mac, you never go back. But I
we need that one again, Terry.
Using that video editing, I'm using ScreenFlow and Camtasia Mac for a lot of my editing, and it works very, very nicely.
Okay, ScreenFlow and Camtasia. I'm just going to ask if any questions. The last 5 minutes, any questions from the audience, Terry? Hold on a second. Hundreds of questions coming in at the moment.
I feel that it's just overwhelming, the response there.
Hi, Terry. I'm Celia Bailey.
Hi there.
Have you tried using the Apple FaceTime application? And if so, do you find it is better than Skype? Because we are experiencing some delay with you now over Skype today.
Yes, there's a little bit of latency. That's going to depend on the bandwidth. Are you using Ethernet or are you using Wi-Fi right now?
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi. If you're using Ethernet, you usually get a little bit faster signal. So I would highly recommend using Ethernet. It's all dependent on bandwidth. FaceTime is good. The challenge would be it's only between Apple products. So you can go from a MacBook Pro to an iPhone or a tablet, instead of the iPhone or the iPad, I mean. But you can use that. But by using Skype, it opens up a lot other options too. But it's really all dependent on bandwidth.
Thank you, Terry. We'll take one more question.
Hi, Terry. My name is Jerry Brown. I'm interested in learning when you use YouTube. Clearly, if you've got access to internet, that's great as you have today. But if you want to be safe during a presentation, you have a YouTube video, what's the best way to save that on your computer to be able to play it without worrying about having an internet connection?
Very good point. You can, if it's your video, you can download 2 videos in a 2-hour period on YouTube. They allow you to do that, and you save it as an MP4 if it is your video. If it is not your video, then you can use other things. Matter of fact, I think Frank Furness, if we twist his arm, can tell you about a video he was just sharing with us that works on the Windows side. There's a lot of others that are available that can store it. I often use ScreenFlow, and ScreenFlow will capture whatever's on the screen, and I get it in the video, the movie, and then I can go back and do some editing, make it a little bit better, and make it better quality that way. But I highly agree with you that you want to have the video on your computer and not be dependent dependent on the internet connection. Sometimes it works. When it does, that's great, but other times it will not.
Terry, thank you very much for that. The connection's not been perfect, but I think it's been good enough. You've given us some fantastic information, my friend. Well done for that. The next sound we hear, which will sound like soft rain on a tin roof, will be an enormous round of applause for you. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Terry Brock.
And one more thing, Alan, if I can mention, I would love to hear from you. Let me know how it came through. We're following the Twitter stream that you have going. Watching that, my Twitter handle is @TerryBrock. So I want to hear from you. Let us know what it's looking like. And if you have any other questions, go ahead and drop those to me on Twitter @TerryBrock, and I'll be happy to help you.
That was perfect, wasn't it? Whatever you said there, Terry, was perfect. Thank you very much, my friend. One more round of applause for Terry Brock.